Why was it deleted? Okay, I am live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just having a little bit of a technical glitch. I need to just fix Facebook. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on. I'm Michelle O'Connor, your business growth coach. And tonight we're going to be talking about business model canvas and how it is that you can use it to communicate effectively what your business is doing and also to develop your business strategy. No, I'm doing this because I've been getting a lot of questions. Persons want either a business plan or they want a concept paper. And when you ask about the business, sometimes persons are not able to communicate it. So if you're working with a partner, if you're seeking a bank loan, if you are looking to expand, whatever it is, you ask somebody to do something for you to develop a marketing strategy, and they say, okay, what is your business model? Sometimes we don't know what that means. And this tool that I'm going to be talking about tonight can help us to fix that. So go ahead, guys, share the link. I'm going to have to do this in series so that persons are not feeling overwhelmed, because I know when you're introduced to something new, how that can feel. I've been using it over the years, so it's a lot easier for me to talk it through. So I want to keep it very, very simple. If you can go ahead, just drop in the chat where you're joining from, the type of business that you have. That would help me, because at least I can use that as an example. As you know, we try to make these lives very short, so it's something that you can use. I'm not sure. I'm just getting that something is wrong with my live on Facebook, so I'm just looking on it. However, it will fix itself, I am sure. Right. So let me know the type of business that you have, so I can always, use it as reference whenever I am communicating or I'm talking about it. I'm just trying to get this off my screen. For those who are joining, what kind of business you have, so I can just make reference to it. Thank you so much for coming on again. All right, so I'm going to be sharing an example of what a business model canvas is, and what it really is. Just a tool that communicates different elements of your business, and it allows you to be able to share where your business is going. So if you're new to our weekly lives, we come on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am Michelle O'Connor, your business growth coach, and I help you to develop your business strategy so you can grow. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Strategy with Michelle or Michelle O'Connor. Hey, okay, you're joining in from St. Mary. You're operating a mobile spa salon. All right, that's very interesting. I'll remember that when I am going through. So just go ahead, guys, and continue to just drop and share where you are. All right, so here I'm going to just be sharing the elements of a business model canvas, and I hope you're able to see it clearly. So what I'm thinking that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to, seeing that I don't know how to pronounce it. I am shy. I don't want to butcher the name, but I can use your business as an example as we go through. So this is really what the pictorial for the business model canvas looks like. All right, so it's not very clear, I am hearing. So I just pay attention to the headings up here. And what I will do, I'm going to be dropping a link after, so that persons can, download and use. And also, let me also share that tonight I'm going to be giving away, and this is why I wanted to say this on Instagram, so I can get persons to come over and join. But I'm going to be giving away a free 30-minute coaching conversation with me. And I'm also going to be giving away a free ebook. So after the live, I'm going to drop the link. Well, I'm actually going to drop the link in the chat after the live, and you're able to go ahead. You stay on, ask your questions, communicate and chat. And if you're the most active person, then voila, you win a free 30-minute coaching conversation. All right. So it is not, I'm hearing that it's not very clear. So just pay attention to the top parts where you have the numbers. Give me a thumbs up if you can at least see the word for the numbers. key partners, key activities. So this is what the canvas looks like. So it is really a pictorial of what your business is about. So your key partners. So if you think about a mobile spa, who are the person that you're partnering with? You may be partnering with persons who are supplying you with oils. You may be, you're purchasing towels, you're purchasing different things that's going to ensure that you're able to deliver. I don't know, you say you also have a salon. So your partners would also include persons who are providing you with like hair products, that kind of thing. Dryers, you probably need it to be serviced. So those are the persons who you are partnering with in order to deliver this service to your customers. In the one I'll drop in the chat, I'll just ensure that I pull out, the different elements, but this just want to show you what it looks like. So those are your key partners. So in the you put that down. Now the good thing about this is when you are able to just drop it in something like this, is almost like you have a vision board. The vision for your life is like big and it's grand and it has a lot of elements in it, but it's just like a pictorial. So your key partners. The second one, which is here, is these are your key activities. And don't worry about the bubbles. There's nothing in it. So you're not missing out on anything, right? So your key activities, what are the things that you do? What are the things that you're going to need to do in order to deliver the service to your customers? So when you think about, and thank you guys, those persons who are just joining, please go ahead, drop in the chat the type of business you have. So as we go through, I can use it as reference. So let me continue. If you think about your key activities, what are the things that you're doing on a daily basis? Who are the persons that you're going to be working with? What will you need in order to deliver this product or this service to your different customers? I want you to write those down. These are the things that you want. So if you think about, I can use YouTube. We're using YouTube now to deliver this live. Our key partners, my key partner is YouTube content creator. I have somebody on Fiverr who goes in, creates a banner, do the little things that they need to do after to ensure that the video can get out to persons. As YouTube grow, you may have sponsors, you may have event organizers, right? So these are some of the things that you want to look on when you think about key partners. It's just anybody that you do business with, and don't think that you have to write every single person. Keep it simple and just ensure that any layman, one of the things that we talk about is writing things in a way where anybody can understand it. So that is how you want to write it. Am I good so far? Please be free. Operate a career coaching business. Hey, Yannick, thank you for coming on. So your key partners, if you think about career coaching, who are the persons that you're working with in order to get to your customers? You may want to target persons who are in HR because maybe they also have persons who, I'm not performing on the job. It's not that I'm lazy or I'm inefficient. It's just that this may not be the job for me. How do I now decide where I want to go? Your partner could be universities. Those are some of the places, persons are leaving university. They may have gone and done a degree just for doing a degree sake, but no, they want to really now think about what is the next phase of my life? What is the next thing I want to do, right? So just write on anybody that you would need to partner with. Your key activities, that is another thing that you want to write down. If we're to post, I was just giving the example, if I continue to even use YouTube, creating and promoting the live event, I need to be able to create the flyer and send it out, engage with persons through chat. I would have shared with Yannick, come over and join the live, because we were communicating in DM on Instagram and promoting through various channels. So you want to just be very clear on those things and write them down and don't take them for granted, right? Guys, remember you can just drop any questions that you have at any point in time. If you think I'm going too fast or you want to pause, because we're just going to give an overview of what the canvas is, and I'm going to do another part to it next week to just talk about some things that you want to avoid as you go through. Your key resources. No, your resource includes persons who are employed with you, persons who you work with. For me, I'm going to use YouTube and use the persons who have dropped the type of business that they have. I want high quality video. I want to have equipment. I want to have reliable internet, social media skill persons who are helping me, right? If you think about a salon that you're operating, you want to have reliable persons who are delivering your products on time. You want to ensure that the aesthetics of the building is so that when I come in to get my spa day, I feel comfortable. Different things. If it is that you have plants and water running, how do you ensure that those are maintained? You also think about your staff that you're working with, right? Career coaching, the person that you're working with, your resources would be the schools as well, because those persons would kind of be working with you. No, the next thing that we're going to look at is your value proposition. Now, this is very important. A lot of times when we start out our business, we tend to skip this over because we're like, oh yeah, man, I just like doing this. But there has to be something different that you're bringing to the market, because a lot of persons are in the space and the space can be very crowded and noisy. Now, what you want to be able to do is when somebody hears about, drop the name of your spa in the chat so at least I can refer to it. So when you talk about career coaching, why would I come to you for career coaching instead of going to somebody else? Why am I coming to you? What is it that is going to be different about what you are offering? You want to be able to communicate that. No, divine beauty loft. I love it. No, if you think about the let me see if I can, clothing. You have a lot of clothing stores, but I'm sure if I ask you, you are able to say, you know what, when I want to go to this event, I go to that store. If I want to go to another event, I go to that store, because they bring something to the market that is not already there. You want to be able to stand out. You want when persons come to you, they say, okay, you know what? Yannick is not just helping me to get a job, but she really cares about who I am and what it is that I want to do. You want to document what that is. So if you think about your spa, there are spas that already exist. What is it that's different? Is it that, you know what, we're using natural products that doesn't do harm to the skin? You talk about what you are bringing. Or we serve with a smile. We care about our customers. It could be as simple as your appointment. You will be served on time. Because when you're writing a value proposition, you want to think about what it is that persons are saying, because they are the ones that you are serving. So if persons can correct, what sets you apart. So if persons can know that, you know what, whenever I go to this place, we had a nail tech that we used to go to once, a friend of mine, and one of the things she said was, you know what, I know that whenever I went to that nail tech, I could leave within my lunchtime. So things as simple as that. We don't have to overcomplicate it. Just think about what you're bringing different to the market, right? So that's the fourth thing, which is right here. So I'm just going through the overall model so that when I drop the link, at least you are able to go through and at least, make some edits and do some stuff. And if you're the person who get the call with me, then I can take some time to go through and probably review what you have already done. So the next thing that we want to look on, which is here, is your customer relationships. Now, when you are thinking about starting a business, sometimes, or we can call it your how are you going to be engaging with your clients? Let's just call it that. Responding to feedback and building the community that you want. So think about when persons, and this is one of the things I encourage entrepreneurs to do, get the information for your customers. You need to own that information. Sometimes what we do is we leave it up to social media, or, yeah, man, I'm going to communicate with them there, but you want to have it so you can always be talking to them at all times. So ensure that you know how it is that you're going to be building that relationship with your customers. And that this is now where this is going to help you now to define like your marketing and your communication strategy. And I've said it before, even on one of my Instagram lives or one of my Instagram posts, you need to have, hey Richard, thank you for checking in. Richard is checking in from Trinidad and Tobago. He operates a small business. Richard, if you can say what type of business you have, that would also be great. right? If it is that you're developing a marketing strategy, what you want to do is you want to ensure that you have a sales plan down pat and you are clear about what that sales plan is. So you're handing that over to your marketing person. Your marketing person should not just be creating something out of thin air, or yeah man, TikTok is hip now, so let's go over TikTok. These are the images that you need to use. You need to know what you're communicating and who you're communicating to. Your channels, if you have if you're going to be serving persons virtually, what are you going to be using? What platforms are you going to be using? If you're going to be trying to reach them to come into your spa through another means, what is that? You want to define it and you want to be very clear on that as well. So for YouTube, we have your YouTube platforms, email marketing, word of mouth. So I would have sent email reminders, I would have posted it on social media. How is it that you are reaching the person that you want to serve? And you need to know where they're hanging out. And that is why defining who those customers are is very, very important, because you can be very busy and you're not reaching them simply because you're just not communicating to them in their language, or you're not going to them in their space. So you think about somebody who maybe selling bag juice or selling juice. Let me say that in my Jamaican colonial words, right? Somebody who is selling juice. If you don't go where people are, then it doesn't make any sense. Think about the guys who are at the stoplight, smart home electrical company. Okay, great. If you think about the guys who are at the stoplight, they are positioned very strategically, because you must stop at some point in time. Vehicles must stop. So therefore, they are positioned there so they can reach the person that they want. So you want to know where your customers are hanging out, where are they chilling, so you can go in their space and you can communicate directly with them, and you can also speak their language. So ensure that you know your channels that you're serving your clients on. Know your customer segments. I think this should have been first, but we'll work with it, because I think you need to be able to communicate who your customers are. And I would hope that you have your business started already, that you know who your customers are. Who are the person that I am serving, and what is it that I'm offering to them? You know, persons who are looking to grow their business and they probably want to ensure that they have a proper strategy documented. Those are the persons I am serving. You're serving persons who are maybe frustrated in their current career, and they want to look for a switch. They need a career coach. They don't know what it is that they want. They just know that right now I'm just not happy. Those are the person that you want. For Divine Beauty, I had a friend today. I called her just to check up on her to see how she was doing, and she's just like, Michelle, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm actually going to book myself to do a spa. So you want persons who are looking to treat themselves. You want persons who are looking to wind down, persons who are celebrating birthdays and different events in their lives, and they want to come and they just want to come and chill and take care of themselves. Write it down. Write it down in the words that you know, because those are the words you're going to be using when you're communicating to your different customers. So we're winding down. We have two more segments left. Your cost structure. Now, for your cost structure, you want to think about, sometimes we when it comes down to money, for some reason, especially expense side of it, we kind of shy away, and sometimes we are not really honest with ourselves about it, simply because we're like, oh my God, it's going to cost me too much money, or no, I don't think that is the cost that I want to incur right now. But when you're able to see what your cost structure is, then you can easily just use that to give you a good idea or an overview as to what it is going to cost you to deliver this to the market. So any cost, if it's even subscription cost. So for me right now, I'm using StreamYard. So therefore, StreamYard is a cost that I need to talk about. Transportation, if you have a physical space, then you want to think about rent, you want to think about utilities, you may have staff. Write down all the costs that are there so you know what you need to look on. You may not be even able to pay everything right now or incur all the costs right now, but when you have it down, I related this to a vision board earlier. Everything on my vision board are not things that I've achieved already or that I'm going after for this year, but my vision board is right there. So I know, all right, right now, based on my capacity, I am focused on one, two, or three things. And I see Yannick saying, knowing my clients took time, I believe I'm at a better place. And it does take time, because what you grow and your clients grow. You think about how we were serving our clients pre-COVID. It's a lot different right now. And the more you communicate with them, the more you may have gone out and say, you know what, I just want to target everybody. I'm just a career coach. These are the persons I'm going to be serving. But then once you start communicating with your clients, you realize that, hey, you know what? Um, I kind of like people who have been working for 10 years, or I kind of like people who are fresh out of university. You may want to, you refine it as you go along. And the more you communicate with them. So I have done something on Instagram. A friend of mine had encouraged me to do it. So I went on Instagram and I just found persons who were engaging with my posts from anywhere. I don't know where they're from. And I said to them, hey, I want to connect with you. This is what I do. I want to communicate with you. This is what I do. And just talk to me. And I spoke to persons and they're like, oh, Michelle, but based on what you're talking about, I don't get that from your bio, or I don't get that from the post that you're making. And I go, oh, so it means then that I need to redo what I, what I'm posting, or how I'm communicating my group, who I'm serving. Um, Yes, it's kind of like finding a niche. That's exactly what it is. And you don't find it overnight. You don't find it overnight. Your revenue streams, you can look for who is it that's bringing in money to you, who is paying you, who are your customers, where are you generating your income from. And it doesn't have to be, we have five bubbles here, it doesn't have to be five, it can just be four, it can be two, it can be, you know what, Yannick may just be going after persons who are in universities, because guess what, a lot of us, it happens to a lot of us, we may not say it, we may have gone to university and we just go university because we wanted a degree, right? But as we go through university and as we mature, we want something else. So I really have this degree, but I don't know what I want to become. Right now, I have two persons. A friend of mine, she was a pharmacist for 7 years, and she even now she's selling insurance. I had a friend who went and she did nursing simply because guess what? Her mother wanted to do nursing, wanted her to do nursing. She did the nursing, and her degree to her mother, and then she went and she did architectural engineering. So you can decide who is it, who are the group of people that you feel comfortable serving, and you're adding value to their lives. It's not where the crowd is. It's I am adding value, and this thing also fuels who I am and when I wake up every day. Smart Home Electrical Company Limited. I'm not sure exactly what you offer, but maybe it is that you offer things like I can stay right here and I can click on my windows close. That would be awesome. Or maybe you do like gates, or I don't know what you do, but if that's what comes to mind when I see the name Smart Home Electrical Company Limited. But you think about where you're generating revenue from. Are your main clients persons in the construction industry? They're building residential homes. So I'm going to be partnering with them and I'm getting money from there. If you have a spa, it could be you really want to know, am I targeting that sophisticated woman? Because you can't define it, because when you define who you're serving and where your money is coming from, then you know how to reach them. So that kind of summarizes what the business model canvas, okay, smart home systems, all right. That summarizes what the business model canvas is and how you use it. I'm going to be I need to, all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a link. I'm going to stop sharing. Guys, if you have any questions, I'm really just finished because I wanted to provide you with an overview as to what it is. So you can now go and you can rewatch, you can pause, you can slow it down, and you can go ahead and update accordingly. I wanted to share some other stuff, but I don't want to overwhelm you, as I said before. So media communication degree in HR. There you go. I know you're doing career coaching, right? Let me know if you have any questions before we end. But this is just, you just write. I'm going to send you one that's editable. I'm going to send you a writable PDF so you can write it in, and it's something that you can have put on your desk. You can have it in your journal, in your yes, I did mention customer segment. They were right here. They are number 7 on this side. And what I was saying is I think for me personally, I think customer segment should be first, because that is what drives everything. So if we think about, if we're using customer segment like on YouTube, I'm talking to persons who stream live. I'm talking to persons who, want to grow their business. The persons use YouTube. A lot of us, we can all attest YouTube. We're YouTube and Google University graduates, if you think about it. But yes, so that is there. So if you have any questions, go ahead now and drop it in the chat. As I said, this is something that you can use and have it anywhere. And at any point in time, you can say, okay, you know what? Right now, what I want to do is I want to work on defining my customer segment. You don't have to target everything at the same time, guys. There's no business that is just built all together. You work on your customer segments, you work on defining who they are, and you communicate to them. All right, you know what? When my clients come into the salon, they're complaining that they're uncomfortable. All right, I may need some chairs. Or my clients come in, they're complaining that they have to wait too long. You may need to implement an appointment system. You may need to have somebody who is calling persons when they're running behind, that kind of thing, because you want to create. And I'm using time because I don't like to wait when I have an appointment. So those are some of the things. So you can choose from the canvas the 1 and the 2 things that you want to be able to address, and go ahead and complete it. So if you have no more questions, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Go ahead and just download. And what is there, it's something that helps you as well. Once you complete that, you'll get a download to a free ebook, and then by tomorrow now you'll get the link for the canvas, and you'll also get a link for the appointment to schedule your free 30-minute coaching conversation with me. And I think I can be very generous. Also, the persons who are on, Yannick, Salon, give me your proper name, please. I keep saying I am shy. I want to know what your proper name is. But guys, I hope this was helpful. Drop in the chat and let me know if it was helpful. Get so overwhelmed, I'm doing my business plan. It can be overwhelming. If you want, you can reach out to me and I can see how I can support you when you get the link to book your call. Janelle. All right, Janelle. It can be overwhelming, and that's one of the things I don't want to deviate from what we're talking about tonight, but I encourage persons, hand over the activities of your business to persons who are skilled at doing it. Look here, I met a guy on Fiverr who specializes in a certain service that I need, and he's like God sent. I'm like, look here, I'm not even trying to figure it out. I just hand it over to you. So when we book the call, we can talk about, okay, let me help you with this, and then we can see how I can support you going forward. So thank you guys so much for coming on. We can drop the link able to drop the link in the chat. All right, I want to drop it in. All right, let me drop the chat because there are persons on Facebook as well. So when I drop it here, it goes over to Facebook. We'll do the homework and look. Yes, do your homework. 1 second. One second. I think I may have even dropped the wrong link in. Don't move, guys. I want you to let me know. All right, all right, it's the right link. Copy link, but I want to drop it in StreamYard. Okay. All right. So I dropped the link. I do hope that you're able to access. If not by tomorrow, all my contact details are going to be below the video. It's Strategy with Michelle Anywhere. Reach out to me on Instagram and just let me know. I'll check back here to see if I see any questions as well. Thank you guys so much for coming on. This has been our longest live. we normally we're normally here for like 15 or 20 minutes, but I've been getting the questions and I wanted to come on and just share. So thank you guys for coming on. I will definitely be sharing all of this information with you by tomorrow via email. Once you click, I'll get your contact details and we can just share the information. So have a wonderful rest of day. And I hope you find this information valuable. Share it with somebody. Anybody who you know have a business, go ahead and send it to them. Say, look here, you need this. You need this. And then remember, I can support you as well. Reach out to me and let me see how I can support you in documenting this thing for your business. So whenever you need it, it's there. All right, guys. Thank you for coming on again. God bless.